Hey friends, it's Mel Adair here with the Friendship Revolution. I hope that you're enjoying my station so far. Please subscribe, invite your friends to like. I want to introduce my friend Andrew Grassick from the Bradley.
Hello, hello.
We have done several segments, and so I hope that you peruse the station and find the segments that we've done, because we've talked a lot about hospitality. Absolutely. And what to do, and some great application if you aren't sure what to do in certain hosting situations, like you can't get out of a conversation, or
work in the room. Lots of fun.
Yes, the heart of hospitality.
Absolutely.
So in this segment, Andrew is going to share with us some great hands-on ways to stock your cabinet for when people drop by, or you want to have a little last-minute get-together, what to have on hand. I'll let you take it from here.
Yeah, there's a few things, right? There's some pretty good basics. That's what you think about at a home bar. I don't expect anybody to have a bar like I have, because my bar is a restaurant bar. So we have about everything you can have. But there's those basics that work out well having, so that a friend drops by, maybe they want just like a vodka soda. You should be able to have some stuff like that. So I think having some basics, like a decent vodka like the Ciroc vodka here, or a nice bourbon. But still, like nice entry level stuff like this Basil Hayden bourbon here. It's about having the options for them. A little bit of tequila, a little bit of rum, and a little bit of gin. If you really just have those 5 main liquors at home, you can have a bottle of each. You don't have to go super spendy. But you have those 5 liquors at home, you can pretty much make anything for any guest that comes through the door.
Perfect. So what would you look for if you are shopping? What would you look for in a bottle of gin, or a bottle of tequila, or a bottle of...
Well, me, myself, of course, it's hard. This is a hard topic. You know that for me. But, I look for something, personally, I look for something unique and different that I'm not going to see everywhere. I don't typically go for your mainstream stuff. I try and find some things that maybe it's something local. That's always a great fun thing for your guests, right? Maybe some local, like this Solar Spirits gin here, which we're really lucky where we are here in Eastern Washington, where we have a lot of local wine, a lot of local booze and beer. So we have very much great local stuff. But local I think is always a great way.
It's
so if you have a good local distillery close by, maybe having a bottle of something that they have to introduce to your friends.
Yes. Okay, that's perfect. So is there an alcohol content, and I'm specifically, so this is a loaded question, especially when it comes to tequila. Okay. I've been advised that you always want to go 100%.
You want to go 100 proof? I mean, right? that's you want to go 100% tequila.
Yes.
You maybe not the alcohol content by chance. So like this proof on this bottle here, if it says it. Excuse me while I look and try and read.
I know, I kind of threw that.
Like this is 80 proof, so that means it's 40% alcohol.
Okay.
So when you're proof, that's a good level. Nice basic, Blanco is Casamigos tequila, a great mid-level price point. But Blanco's great because that's what you want to make a lot of your margaritas with. Okay. And kind of work your way there. You don't need like an añejo or reposado per se, but nice little Blanco kind of is great for your margaritas.
So those would be a darker.
Yeah, they would be. Tequila. Yeah, so like your añejo is like a tequila. It's like a whiskey. Okay. Something that you maybe just want to sip on. Okay. You don't have to have those a lot. A lot of people don't sip on tequila like that a lot. Right. I only do when it's a bad decision time, but I'm a troublemaker. But there's always a little bit that you can go around with it. So like the proof wise, it doesn't really necessarily matter. But 100% tequila, yes, I would go. Okay.
So what is, for somebody who's looking and shopping, what is the difference between that?
Quality. Okay. There's a huge difference in quality. Okay. And you'll be able to taste the difference as you go through it. Okay. But I think the quality really kind of just stands out. Maybe Hangover Central. Okay. From something that's not 100%.
Sure.
From there.
So and it's maybe a myth, but if it's not 100% agave, then you are inviting not feeling well. Yeah. That's a nice.
I think that's a good way of putting it. Yeah. Okay. I think it's a good way of putting it.
Right. Specifically with tequila, are there other?
The other ones are pretty straightforward. Maybe with certain things, if people are gluten free, like knowing what your vodka is, because like this is made from grapes, so it's 100% gluten free. Okay. The Ciroc vodka. So knowing that stuff, because we do have a lot of people who are celiac, so knowing that your vodka is gluten free for them is very important, I think.
Okay. What else could you make a vodka out
of? You can do corn, potato, wheat. You can pretty much make vodka out of anything. Yeah, you can pretty much make vodka out of any liquor, anything that you're making. We could turn this, bourbon into vodka if we want to.
Really?
So, yes.
Okay, I think that's going to have to be a different conversation because this is all really new
A little much,
information for me. I have to read my labels a little bit more carefully. I am gluten-free, but I did not know that you could make a vodka out of wheat.
Yes, absolutely.
So we'll have to explore that a little bit more. Okay, so with having these basics in your cupboard for if people drop by, what are the other things? So you said a vodka soda. What kind of soda or what kind of other things should you have?
Anything like a vodka soda, so any type of like soda water, per se, right? So sparkling, anything sparkling, right? So vodka soda, like a Fever Tree Club Soda is a great one to have. A little bottle of that at home, and it's beautiful. Their ginger beer, if you want to make that Moscow Mule that everybody loves.
Yes.
Ginger beer and some lime.
Yeah.
And then you have your Moscow Mule. So it's very simple. For like your rums, a mojito, a little bit of simple syrup, a little bit of lime, a little bit of mint. You've got yourself a mojito.
Yes, mojitos are fantastic.
And topped with a little soda water as well.
Yeah, which is perfect going into spring, summer, even in the fall. Some people love them year-round. It's just harder to get a hold of some of that fresh mint.
Our grapefruit mojito we're doing right now, right here, that's a hot seller as the weather warms up.
A grapefruit mojito.
Grapefruit mojito.
Okay, it sounds delicious.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yes. So we did have a discussion a little bit earlier about wines versus having a cupboard of options when it comes to booze or being able to make cocktails. And in another conversation we had, you said that pouring a glass of wine and having a glass of wine is very sexy. It is
there's
sexy. Something
very
beautiful
sexy
about that. Being cooks, and I love to cook. I have a passion for cooking. I love my spice drawer. And so for me, a great bottle of wine is fantastic. You don't have to think about it.
Absolutely.
But when you start getting into mixing cocktails, you have a little bit more freedom in mixing different flavors and adding fresh citrus zests or herbs that are in season or whatnot.
Yeah,
and so
in that way you do some infused alcohol. So let me step off camera. We do quite a bit of infused liquors here ourselves. So an infused liquor is pretty much just like your flavored vodkas. Those are technically an infused liquor, but they're very simple to do by yourself. For example, right here we have a strawberry basil vodka. And when I say infused, I mean we literally will take some nice fresh strawberries, some nice fresh basil, and soak it overnight. And you see that beautiful color that comes out, but it tastes beautifully like strawberry and basil. Very simple to do, and it's a cheap way of not having a bunch. So you can take a little bit of your vodka, like a half a bottle of vodka, infuse it with some strawberries and basil, then you have an infused vodka, and you still have some of your regular vodka.
And so you can do that just overnight. So you let it sit 24 hours?
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what you're putting in there.
Okay.
Some things take a little bit longer, like if you're going to do rosemary.
Okay.
Rosemary takes longer to infuse.
Okay.
But any of your like citrus, your softer fruits, they're going to go pretty quick.
Okay.
But really, as long as you want, you can taste it along the way.
Yeah.
So.
And so you have this is a vanilla bean.
Yeah, this is our citrus vanilla bourbon.
Okay.
The vanilla bean, we kind of just like leave it soaking in there. Also, we just kind of like the way it looks in the bottle.
It does look great. Yeah.
But it'll soak for about 24 to 48 hours with some citrus and a vanilla bean.
Okay, perfect. And we're going to talk more about infusing your alcohols in another segment. Thank you so much for your time, Andrew. And please catch the rest of our segments. Follow us on Facebook. Make sure you like this and share it with your friends. And we'll see you the next time around.